The Detroit Lions concluded week 1 of OTAs just a few days ago on Friday, and there were two guys that were not there that I think we need to take note of. Now, one of them we will discuss in a later video in Frank Ragnow and his contract situation, but this person here I want to discuss, and that is Alex Anzalone. Now, Dan Campbell did get in front of the media on Friday and talked about how he's been in contact with these two particular individuals, and I think that's where the Frank Ragnow information came from, because if you think about it, we didn't hear anything about Frank and any contract dispute until after that third day of OTAs. But now Alex Anzalone is making his presence felt. That's what I think anyway. Now, about 2 weeks ago, we did a video about some subtle hints where Alex said respect is due. And we found out that what he's getting next year, and that he is the 44th linebacker when it comes to year per average in 2025 pay. But shout out to the big homie Creators TV. Hold on, let me make sure I get it right. The big Creators Corner TV, who dropped me this nugget while I was at the game, the Michigan Panther game today. And I want you to check this out. Now, I am a novice with IG. I do not know how to use it. I'm actually just about to begin using it when it comes to my YouTube page. But check this out. So I don't know anything about it. I don't know where to look. He says, I don't know if it's in posts, if it's in reels, if it's in tagged. I have no idea. But apparently it's in stories. Now, YouTube used to have a feature like this. I know this is all off the wall, but I loved it. It allowed you to drop a 15-second clip and it would expire after 7 days. But check this out. If we click here, it plays a story. Now, let's pause this real quick because there's two. On here, Alex is showing you a picture of his surgically repaired forearm. Now, I don't know about you, but let's see. There's the break there. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 screws that we can see. 12, 31, 24. That is the first of two stories. Check this out. Showing you an x-ray. Now 1/7/25, which was the day we beat the Minnesota Vikings to become the first seed. He has a game ball, and I was at that game. And that game, Alex Anzalone was a force. He came out, he set the tone for the entire defense. The stadium was super excited to see him, and he set the tone, and we wind up dominating the rest of that game and winning 31-9, if my memory serves me correctly. Now, we know, to me, this ain't dropping hints. This ain't no cryptic post. The brother want to get paid. I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at him. Now, I don't know what he's looking for, where he wants to be in the echelon of payment, but he wants to be paid, and I think he should. I wasn't a big, not the huge, like the biggest Alex Anzalone fan when he first got here. I mean, he was all right, but the dude has literally been, outside of that first year, he has been the anchor of our defense. As much as I would love to say it's been Hutch, when Alex Anzalone was not in the game, it was noticeable. It was, the dude is everywhere. And like I said, I believe he like leads the team in tackles. He's everywhere. So what do you think? I think he's saying put some respect on my name. That's what I think. 44th paid linebacker in terms of a average per year. And the brother saying, listen, y'all. I mean, this was my look. Okay. How many screws? 13 screws we counted. This was me. And 1 week later, because he did not play in the San Francisco game. The San Francisco game was the day before this, the 30th, because I was traveling home New Year's Eve from the game. And so an x-ray a week before, I've got 13 screws or whatever it was. Here's an x-ray. And 1 week later, I get a game ball. He's saying pay me, and I'm not mad at him. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you think Alex needs to be paid? I think we got a little bit of a problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I think we got a little bit of a problem. I think the brother saying put some respect. He didn't show up for organized team activities week 1. He might not show up for week 2, week 2 is right around the corner. I believe they start on Tuesday. They go 3rd through 5th, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So let me know your thoughts. Brad takes care of his own. I think he takes care of Alex. I mean, he brought Alex over with him and Dan Campbell. They brought him over. Got to take care of him. What that number is, that's up to those in the room discussing it, but he got to take care of him. So we should see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Got to do a couple things, man. Yes, the latter half of this video is going to be some housekeeping because this channel, after all, is a fan-driven brand. And I got to see that in full display today. Let me just tell you a little story. Shout out to the Michigan Panther Pride podcast. Those guys, everybody I met at the stadium for the final game, Michigan Panther regular season game at Ford Field. It was outstanding. They lost, but we had a good time. We had over 16,000 in attendance. That's about double, a little less than double what we usually have. Jake Bates was in the building. It was awesome. Speaking of Jake Bates, I want to thank this young lady right here. I did not get her name, and no thirsting in the comment section because it was all on Twitter. This young lady right here, she works at Ford Field. She's one of 2 individuals that is on the field trying to hype up the crowd. And she wind up having a Jake Bates bobblehead. She had 2. And she wind up, I approached her and I was able to get one. And the reason that I knew that she was probably giving them away is because I've seen her on the field, so I didn't think they were hers. And the way she was holding them, so I scooped in there and managed to get my hands on one. And here it is. Jake Bates, who was in attendance today. This is the Jake Bates bobblehead. Have pretty decent bobble. Outstanding. So I get to add it to my collection. Let me tell you a little story about Jakey Boy Bates and the bobblehead acquisition. They only had 2,000 of these. 2,000. And I was there well enough to get one. But what I come to find out, and I just found this out maybe about an hour ago, that you could go in from different exits. I went in gate A, and gate A had some. Another entrance had some, and so on and so forth. 2,000 in total. 2,000 is not a lot when you have 16,000. I thought I would get my hands on one, was not able. But the saddest part is that people were carrying around 4 and 5 of them. I know they weren't season ticket holders, so I would have to say, honestly, maybe 1,000 to 1,500 people got their hands on. If there was 2,000 people do not have bobbleheads. But thankfully, shout out to this young lady right here. Do not know her name again. If anybody knows it, please let me know. I would like to thank her. I was able to get one, and Jakey Boy Bates will be added to the collection. So I'll do that after this video. But this is a fan-driven brand. I'm not a slappy. I am not under anybody's media thumb. You guys are what drives this channel. I'm just the face. The face, that's it. The love that I got from the stadium today was unbelievable. It really was. And I'm going to take you through the photos of people that I met. And I have to remember to take photos. When I went to, the first time I really saw this type of kind of welcome was in San Francisco last year. We go to the game and it's people out in California, and they are actively seeking me to take a picture. And it was surreal. The fellas I was with joked that I needed security. And it was humbling. It's weird at first, right? But and so I don't remember to take a picture and all that other stuff, but now I am. And we're gonna do something this season, and I'll announce it at the end of this video. But I want to shout out everybody that took a picture with me. Okay. So let's go through it real quick. Shout out to the young man 6'5", said he was looking for me. His friend was there, and he was like, dude, he was looking for you all day long. Appreciate you, big homie. Got another gentleman that I met before, but I was unable, forgot to take a picture because it's all so surreal. So I forgot to take a picture, but I remembered this time I had my phone out and ready. Shout out to the family here. I wind up sitting behind them, and the father in the red shirt, I forgot your name, big homie. He turns around and he looks at me. And so I'm like, okay, he looking at me. Does he it's kind of weird. Does he recognize me? So then his sons, which is the one in the Nike and the blue hoodie, they turn around and they're looking at me. And I'm like, okay, they might notice, but I don't want to be like, hey, yeah, it's me, right? You're looking for me? I don't want to sound like that. So after a while, I actually could see his cell phone. I didn't tell him this. I could see his cell phone over his shoulder. And he wind up taking a picture of me on the Jumbotron. And I saw that picture pop up on his phone, which is this one right here. There go your boy, man. I submitted my photo. I was so happy, like a kid in the candy store, man, with the Jake Bates photo. But I see them trying to figure out if it's me or not. And I was like, hey, yeah, that's me. So it was so cool. But I wind up going on the Jumbotron, submitted my photo. The Wi-Fi is so bad during the Lions game at Ford Field. I would never get to do this. But there I am right in the middle. I think I got a cleaner shot too before I got covered up. But that was cool. So cool to meet the people that support this channel and make this possible. Another individual here. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm really bad with names, but the more we see each other, the more I will remember them. Had seen him before as well, but again, we forgot to get a picture, but this time we were ready to go. This family here, shout out for the support. So the wife that is in the St. Brown jersey, and I did get permission to use these photos, by the way, but the wife that's in the St. Brown jersey, she's walking down the stairs. She says, hey, Derek. And I'm like, I'll turn around, and she's like, watch your channel all the time. And so her husband comes up, says hello, and we chop it up for a bit. Got the son and the daughter. I got the pleasure of meeting them as well. Then we have just a few more here. This individual here saw me in the line. He saw me in the line standing outside. He walks over and he says, hey, I watch your channel all the time. And the first thing I say to everybody is, do you comment? Because if you don't comment, I don't know you're there. And I want to get to know you. And that's how we get to know each other. That's how we build this community. Even if I'm not able to respond to every comment, that's how we build the community. I want to make sure I show everyone. Shout out to the big homie as well. Went down to meet him and his lovely lady, right? And it's super cool, man, because, I mean, sports really does close, like, all the boundaries, man. Like, nothing matters but the team that we root for, and it can really bring us together. And last but not least, the big homie right here. Yeah, man, it was cool, super cool, man, to meet everybody. And I got an idea as well that I'm going to do some research about. I don't want to say it because people like to steal on this platform, but when I do some research, I'll tell you about it. It does have to do with photos, but we'll talk about that later. And the man, the myth, the legend, Jake Bates was in the house right there in the white shirt and the white hat. We'll probably wind up making a video about him in the next couple of days, because without the UFL, then Jake Bates is not playing in the NFL right now. And we need this league to stay. So with that being said, anybody that is on the fence about the Michigan Panthers, I know they're not the Detroit Lions, but don't forget, man, the UFL, the USFL was huge back in the 80s. It was giant. A lot of big name players came from there, and this is a massive opportunity for a lot of players. Jake Bates aside, there's a lot of players that either go to this league and fight their way back to the NFL, or are selling bricks, man, and able to come back and make it to the NFL. So Jake Bates, man, without this league, he would have probably still been selling bricks. Yeah. So I just want to say thank you. And with this being said, here's the plan for the upcoming season. I have to realize that people do want to meet me and want to take a picture. It's still a little, it's weird in a good way. It's weird because it's like, I'm just a dude, right? But to see Like, it literally puts a smile on a lot of people's faces. And if people don't even like my commentary, sometimes they want to slap me. But when they see me, it's all love, right? So what we're going to start doing is we might wind up doing this in Detroit as well. We're going to start, this channel is about the fan, and it's gonna be even more. I don't know if I'll be able to do the home games this year. I do have time to find a place, but here's what I'm thinking. When we go to road games, and we'll wrap the video up, so thank you guys for sticking with me. When we go on road games, the super fans usually have a place that they do a meet and greet. Well, I want to do a pregame show on location, and what we'll do is we'll run for a couple hours. I'll have a secondary mic. Fans can come in and they can tell us about them being a Detroit Lion. What are they looking, being a Detroit Lions fan? What are they looking for in the game, and blah blah blah, right? We can do all of that. And then what we'll do at the stadium is we'll pick a time, and we'll meet at a location at a time. And if you want to take a picture or meet, I know it's just saying it sounds weird, then we could do that. I just thought about this, because what I would do is I would come out my seat and find you. But what we can do is we can have a central location. We can all meet and have like a little mini meet and greet in the stadium, all at the same place, all at one time. So that way, if you're there, we don't miss each other. All right. And again, the merchandise will launch July 1st. I'm putting the finishing touches on it. And the other thing too has to do, we'll go into that. I got to do a little bit more research, but like I said, it does involve pictures. But as you can see, this channel, let me make sure I do it right, because we got to go back. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. All right? You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. I will see you at Ford Field. Thank you guys, man. Couldn't be here without you.